Hey everyone, how's everyone doing out there? TGIF. All right. Thank goodness it's Friday. All right. Let's go ahead and do a little roll call here. I'm expecting a couple of guests to come in to get up on the panel here, but we'll see if they make it or not. All right. So first one we have here on our panel, on the side chat here, we have Uncle Al at Die Bullfrog 79. Then we have Jehodak Maccabeus at Maccabeus Off-Grid and Everyday Survival. We have Lisa Lee. We scroll down here. Josh Connor's in the house. And scroll on down. Everybody's chit-chatting there. We have GM Survival. All right. Gavin's in the house. Wide Family Farm is here. That's Courtney. Cecilia Jansen's here. Mary Beth Smith is in the house. Courtney's husband is here too. Cool. And that brings us through everybody in the chat. Let me scroll back, make sure I didn't go too fast and miss anybody. Scrolling back up here. This is the problem of having a big monitor. I got to look way over on the side here to see who's see the chat. All right. Okay, so tonight's topic is 2011 ES, supposed to be a small 4 next to it, asteroid. It is a near-Earth object, so I'm wearing some protection. Hey, we got Kathy at North Star Prepstetter in the house. We got Mama Z's try that one again. Mama Z's Texas Kitchen. All righty, so let me switch sizes here. Boom. And let's take a little look about what we're going to be talking about tonight. So it's a near-Earth object, an asteroid. And Robert Moore's in the house. Hey, Robert. So with this asteroid, is it something, a lot of people are probably asking, is it something we need to worry about? How close is it going to get to the Earth? What the time frame stuff. So let's take a look at some data here. All right, how close will it pass? We'll talk about that. Danger. Are there kooks out there saying that we are in danger? Well, the answer is yes, there are some kooks out there. I'm not going to say whose thumbnail this is, but, oh, it's very dangerous. BS. It has a possibility of hitting the Earth. BS. Oh, NASA says so. BS. All right. So let's check into it and see exactly what we have going on here. All right, so no, it is not going to get that close to the Earth. This is from Jet Propulsion Laboratories. And let me make this one big so you get the full detail on it. The white circle here with the lines coming off of it, that's the orbit of the asteroid. It doesn't even go out past Mars. All right, so it's in an orbit in the inner core of the solar system. Now, when the lines are below it here, hanging below, that means it has gone above the horizontal plane of the planet orbits. And over here, it's down below. So basically, it's got a slight tilt orbit. It's not flat like all the other, like the planets. It's got a slight tilt to it. So that's what that means. And all right, so let's go look at another one here. So this is on Jet Propulsion. So if you look up, I'll show you the link here later on. I got it set up and open. As you can see here, here's another shot of the declination of the asteroid. Here it's below the orbit of Earth, and here it's above the orbit. And so the pass is going to be over in this area here. And so let's see. I got to remember to keep an eye on the side chat. Stringfield Ridge Farm is in here. Hi, Teresa and Lee. Marie's Vegetable Garden. All right, so caught up on those guys. All right, so this is it's as you can see, we pretty much know it's normal a set orbit. However, there is some variance in it because it's such a new object and it's only passed the Earth one other time, and that was in March, I believe it was, of 2011. Okay, and because it's not really. No, we'll get on to how big it is here in a second. I got all that information. So basically, here's the size. It's basically 25 meters in diameter. It was discovered on the 2nd of March 2011, and it passed on March 13th. It was its closest. Okay. Now here's some interesting facts here. AU, an astronomical unit. An astronomical unit is the distance of the Earth to the Sun. That's 1 AU. So this was like 5/100ths of that distance away. All right. So really, as far as near Earth objects go, that's not close. I mean, that's a ways out there. All right. So the next one here. So this year, around September 1st to the 5th, with the 5th being the best viewing time of it for the Northern Hemisphere, the asteroid expects to pass the Earth at 0.00048. It's going to be a little bit close this time. Basically, it's about 44,618 miles away at its nearest point to the Earth. And don't freak out that as far as astronomical solar system stuff passing by the Earth and all the other asteroids that pass by, yes, that's between the Moon and the Earth, but it's not really that, nothing to lose sleep over. Michelle P's in the house. Hey, Michelle. So the Moon on its orbit is an average of 238,855 miles away from the Earth, which is about 30 Earths stacked together. All right. All right. So here's other fun facts. Earth's diameter, measuring across the equator, is about 7,926 miles. Going from the poles, it's 7,907 miles. That puts the passage of ES4 at 5.6 Earth diameters away from Earth. Yes, NASA has said it will pass they'll fly by closer to the Earth than the Moon. So yeah, all right, it is going to be closer to us than it is to the Moon, but still not really that much to worry about. All right, it's going to be, the speed of it is going to be clocking at 18,253 miles per hour, approximately. Now, the longest part of the asteroid, because it's not round, the longest part of the asteroid is 49 meters. Edinburgh's Tronkirk building, which is one of the tallest buildings in the capital there, is 52 meters high. So it's not even as big as the Tronkirk building. Yeah, so it's not going to be anywhere near as close as this picture depicts. All right. So why are channels posting stuff like, oh, it's a danger, it's going to hit, it's possibly hitting Earth, it's very dangerous? Gee, I think they're doing that because they want, they're fear porn channels. They're trying to get clickbait. It's not. Do I really need a hard hat for this? No, I don't. I'm going to put on just my other hat here. I'm going to grab my Nilla wafers, and when it comes by, I'm just going to sit out there and look at the sky and munch down. The Autistic Prepper One. Hey, how's it going? Let's see if I missed anybody else out here while I'm giving out information. All right, so yeah, this fear porn stuff about this asteroid is a bunch of hooey. Here's some facts. It is set in a relative set orbit. Okay, we know approximately how it's going to be going. All right, so first time it passed was in March. And it takes about 4 days for it's called the observational arc is 4 days and has not been observed since March 2011. The next time it's coming by, hey, for the Earth and it to sync up, the next time is about the 2nd of September, 2055. Ooh, it's not on the same conic orbit of the Earth. Now I'm going to scroll back here real quick to show you something. If I can get here to go back, so real quick to the pictures. So the orbit here going around, it passed at this point here in 2011 on this part of the orbit. And now it's passing this one here. Well, as the Earth goes around, as it goes around on this thing, it's going to start missing a whole bunch of times. And then we're going to pass again at this point in 2055. And then about 9 years later, we'll pass at this point again, approximately. Unless they, because of it passed the way it passes by Mars, out here close to Mars, and close to Venus here, it can screw with its speed. It can either put a drag on it or it can accelerate it. So they're still learning about this one. Hey, we got Steve from Corsair's Trainer that's in the house. And as Steve would say, mellow out. It's nothing to worry about. It's nothing to get all psyched up about. Let me get back to where we were here. Okay, so yeah, and because there's such a short 4-day observational arc, it's uncertain. The uncertainty of region grows to wrap around the entire Earth, the entire orbit, so that the asteroid could be anywhere at any numerous orbit fits they have programmed for it. Like I said, so if it gets pulled a little bit by Mars, you get sped up or slowed down, or by Venus, it could change its orbit around, because like a year and a half ago, they weren't sure. They were saying, September 1st with plus or minus 7 days. We're not sure when it's going to, the first day it's going to be. So they had a 14-day window a year and a half ago. So we're still learning a lot about this one, but we know it has a set orbit, and they're going back and they're looking for other data from other photographs and stuff of the sky, see if they can find it. But it's not that on a high of a priority, because its orbit is such they know that they pretty well know it's not going to be hitting us. All right, let's see. This is some of the information I got from one of the websites I'm going to show you here in a second. Now, so it goes through it. It calls it the Near Earth Asteroid 2011 ES4 is currently in the constellation of Sextans. The current right ascension of the asteroid is 10 hours. This is all for you brainiacs out there. 10 hours, 39 minutes, 27 seconds. The green, I'll tell you what the green numbers are in a second. And the declination is minus 7 degrees, 42 feet, 46 inches. Now, that is set up for Greenwich in the United Kingdom. The green numbers, you see there's just like 22 seconds difference and 1 foot, whatever, inches stuff. That's for Idaho Falls. So, and I'll show you that website if you guys want to program it to where you're at, so you can see that information. That's and they pulled this the basic information from JPL, which is Jet Propulsion Laboratories. And I think I got one more slide here for you. Okay, yeah. So, in its orbit, this time it's passing 4 tenths, hundredths, thousandths, 10,000ths. So 4 10,000ths of an AU from Earth. When it goes out close to Jupiter, it'll be at 3.6 astronomical units, astrological units. All right, and I think that's my last. Yeah. Okay, so let me pull that off, and I drop that down. Okay, so that was where I got that information there. Okay. A lot of the information here has been out there in general, pulling from NASA and stuff. All right, yeah. So here's the. This is called the skylive.com, and so you can just do skylive.com/2014 ES4-info, and it brings this page up. You can, right here where it says change, you can change and put in whatever city you want, and it'll give you the right ascension and the declination of the asteroid as it goes by. And of course, Jet Propulsion Laboratory is where I got this map here. Let me make this a little bit bigger for you. And I wish it would go bigger screen-wise here, but yeah. So you can turn it, look at the declination. There, you got to see if I can make those line up better. Okay, so trying to get all the orbits to line up, but it's not. But as you can see, the orbits for the inner planets, it goes up high and it goes down low. So it's not. There's only 2 times in its orbit that it crosses Earth's orbit, but due to the time length of its orbit and the time lengths of Earth's orbit, I said the next time it's going to get close to Earth is in 2055. That's 35 years from now. And if I'm around for then, yahoo, I'll be, what, 98? It is. Okay, yes, not astrological, astronomical. Yeah. Thanks, Kaylin. So there's like I said, there's a lot of information out here. If you look at it, you'll see how much some of these clickbait channels are full of baloney. Wikipedia on it. I thought this was kind of funny when I was reading Wikipedia for 2020. They still say around September 1st, 2020, plus or minus 7 days. And they got the numbers here are way off. Like they haven't updated this in at least a year, the information for this year. And so the information for 2055, like I said, it's going to be, who knows what could happen as it gets tugged on by Mars, tugged on by Venus, and anything else. I guess it goes to the solar system here. So generally speaking, folks, is there anything to worry about this? No. Is it going to be a good light show? Supposedly on September 5th, the night of September 4th or the night of September 5th, depending on where you are in relationship to the international dateline, you're going to have a good view on it if you got a decent set of binoculars or a decent little telescope. Drops Family Garden. Hey, how's it going? So, yeah, so there's really not, this is nothing to worry about, but it is going to be a good light show. And I just had to put to bed some of those wacko channels. I showed you the clip, the thumbnail off the one channel. I was just like, really, guys? It's nothing to worry about. If it were something to worry about, hey, I guarantee you, 2 political parties would probably trying to be blaming the other political party for the asteroid. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Suspicious observers should have some good stuff on this rock. They love this stuff, and they're a bunch of brainiac scientist guys over there at Suspicious Observers. So you might want to check out their channel. Michelle, I'm going to try to find out, but right now they're still kind of hemming and hawing exactly when it is, and you got to ask, and you got to figure out where you are as far as to where they are, as which agency's putting out, if they're in Texas, if they're in Florida, if they're basing it off of the Greenwich Mean Time, if they're basing it off of the dateline. You got to figure out. So it's I'm not sure, but it should be because it's a 4-day pass. It should be viewable just about all night, and it's in the. Let me go back over here real quick here. Let me bring up this again. All right, and it's in. All right. So it's in the constellation Sextans is where it's going to be visible from. I mean, that's where it is currently. As in the next couple of days, expect some more stuff to come out on the news. Also check NASA's website for information if you really want to go out there and look at it. So, you know, yeah, hey guys, I'm just pointing out that this is out there. There's nothing really to worry about. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to find out exactly when they're going to say is the best time for what part of the country to look at it. So, let's see. Anything else here I can throw out there for you guys? I covered all the information. We checked about the that. Yeah, got the size on it, the speed of it, how far away from the Earth it'll pass. Yeah, so it's going to be a fairly, according to what I've been able to read on it, it's going to be something to look at, but nothing to blow your socks off. So, all righty, folks. I think that kind of wraps it up for tonight. And yeah, I got nothing else over here. I just want to get some information out there for you guys. And one other thing up here real quick. Okay, so Tuesday, on Tactical Tuesday, we'll be talking about human-powered gadgets for living without power. So, what sort of gadgets, to live without power, hand wheat grinders, cherry pitters, all that sort of neat stuff and everything else that your grandmothers or great grandmothers used, or some of you out there may still be using them. I know I've been pulling stuff out that my daughter, for the first time, used the hand crank coleslaw maker grater thing. So she did that. Hey, Brastar, good to see you. So that's all coming up on Tactical Tuesday. Then next Friday, I am doing some research, and I'm going to need everybody's help on this one. For next Friday, is there a run on supplies again? Back in the spring versus the fall, are we going to have another big run? Some people have said they've seen prices going up dramatically on certain things. And just to give you a quick example, they were talking about yeast, where they used to get it for $5 for the 2 1-pound bricks of it, and now they were saying it's $20. But usually what happens when that was from back east in the spring. Back east was getting food shortages. They were having problems back east during the spring, and we still had everything out here until almost the end of May, I guess it was, before we started seeing problems here. The blocks of yeast, last week I got several of them at Sam's Club. Then it's 1 per member, and then 2 days later they were gone. As soon as they put that 1 per member, everybody just kind of grabbed it. Oh, only one. Grab. So, anyways, we're going to. All right. Jehodak says red potatoes doubled for 50 pounds. Yeah. Robert Moore dropped another $400 on supplies. Cool. Yeah, my daughter was trying to use the old food saver we had, and the heater element burnt down on it. So now we got to think about going on buying a new one. No T. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. TP. Sam's Club has gone. One package per customer. Costco just came in here. They don't have limits on theirs. Now, of course, they got a wall full of that stuff. So, and what do we got down here? Okay, Steve, of course, there's trainer says he hasn't seen yeast there in Southern California in a while. So, anyways, guys, we're going to be talking about that next Friday. And until then, and actually next Friday will be September 4th. So afterwards, you can go out and look and see if you can see anything as far as the asteroid goes. So with that, I just want to remind everybody, stay happy, stay safe, stay prepared, have a good time.